Hello, my name is Dr. Wong. I'm from ADP SLS. Today we'll go into one of the topic in general chemistry, topic 4, known as reaction in aqueous solutions. So in this topic, we look into some of the general properties of aqueous solution. So as a student, you have to know what is the meaning of an aqueous solutions. Okay, look at the picture here and study the picture carefully. On the left side, you will see a blue solid, and we have a solvent. This solvent is no other than the water. So this one is a solvent known as water, and this one is a salt, and it's in blue color. It could be a copper 2 sulfate. Okay, so this one is a salt. So when you try to put the salt into the water and you stir it, it will dissolve well, and you get a blue color solutions. This solution, we have a name, we call it the aqueous solutions. So by definition, aqueous solution is a homogeneous mixture of two or more different substances. So based on the picture that we saw just now, we have two different substances. One is known as solute, one is known as solvent. So the solute will be your salt, and the solvent will be the water. And the solution that form is known as a salt solutions. Another example that I can give you is, for example, you try to dissolve a sugar into a water. Okay, so we will have a saline solution, or sometimes they call it the sugar solutions. Okay, so sugar is known as a solute, and water is known as a solvent. So how do we differentiate a solute and a solvent? So by definition, solute is a substance that present in a smaller amount, so in a minor quantity. But on the other hand, solvent is the one that present in greater amount, okay, larger quantities. And we have different types of solution. So far just now until here, I give you an example, already two examples on liquid solution. When I talk about liquid solution, it means that the solvent that we use is in liquid form. So when I talk about solid solution, the solvent that I use will be in solid form. And of course, when I talk about gas solution, the solvent that we use will be in gas form. So a very common example is when we dissolve a salt into water. So the salt is known as a solute, and the water is known as a solvent. So we will have a homogeneous mixture. And since the solvent that we use is water, we can call it liquid solution. We can also call it aqueous solutions. In this slide, we look into three different types of solutions. So we have gas, we have liquid, and we have solid solution. So to differentiate different types of solution is actually based on the types of solvent that we use. So if the types of solvent that we use is gas, so we call it gas solution. So here we are using all liquid. This one also is liquid, so we call it liquid solution. The third one is solid solution, and we are using solid as a solvent. As you can see in this example here, we normally only have one solvent, but we have more than one solute. I just pick one example. If you are talking about the A is they have different composition of A. So inside A, we have nitrogen, which is about 78%, so that is a major quantity. So nitrogen gas will be your solvent. Oxygen gas, it could be CO2, it could be methane, it could be hydrogen gas. So these are all known as a solute. Okay, and we look at one of the example in liquid solution. So okay, gas can dissolve well in a liquid. Liquid and liquid can mix well. Of course, solid can dissolve well in the liquids. So for example, we are using seawater and we put the sodium chloride NaCl into water, we will have a liquid solution. Since we are using water as liquid, most of the time you can call this one as a aqueous solutions. All right, solid solution, we don't have a gas in a solid. This is because gas cannot dissolve in a solid, but liquid can mix well in a solid, because we have one example of liquid is known as a mercury. So mercury can dissolve in a solid, for example, silver. Okay? Solid in a solid is a typical example on alloy. So alloy, we have different types of metal mixed together. Okay,